Erica, champ, good morning. How's it going today? I bet you're having a wonderful day. Erin, no, I was having technical difficulties. I don't know why my computer was not wanting to work. It was not letting me use the YouTube, but now it is. Alas, it knew we needed some active recovery today. How are you guys feeling? All right, now we should be ready to go. Just putting us in the sugar wad. All right. Diana, Willie, good morning. Thomas, active recovery, yes. Kim. Thomas, me too. I know, she needs a crown. And Willie a sash. Aaron a sash. I'm so pumped for you guys. Oh, Willie, that's awesome. Diana, same. I am so sore today, guys. It's been a long time since I've done yoga or coached up some yoga stretching. So we're dusting off the cobwebs today because we're all very sore. I'm excited. Aaron, good question. Diana, I was using sore but happy many times today. Thomas, did you bike erg today? I know, what a happy class. I feel like I should have balloons. Nice, Erica. Awesome. Aaron, same. That's why, like I said, Willie, Willie, I can just see you doing one of these little, let's go. It'll be a short flow, yoga flow, guys. I don't think we've ever done one in M30. So we'll just kind of get a little bit acquainted with some yoga flow today. Some of the stuff we do as movements in M30 too, but I just kind of wanted to walk you through like a 15-minute-ish flow, kind of like a deep stretch. So you can kind of stay in any of the positions as long as you want and take it from there. But it's all going to be pretty easy yoga stuff just to, like I said, get our blood flowing, get us moving. I have my heater going. I'm trying to make it hot yoga. Trying to make it hot, sweaty yoga, but, we'll see. Kim, it was so good. I am so sore, though. The one thing I'm not as able to do when I'm out of town, when I'm in Florida, is, gymnastics mixed with the usual heart rate stuff, just because my equipment's kind of all over the place. So getting back to high heart rate mixed with gymnastics yesterday, I don't know why that was like the first time back really, really doing that in volume. Ooh, girl, my body. I literally was just aching while I slept last night, but it's good. That's why we're doing yoga today, Willie, yes, the Buttery Bros were with the crew yesterday. They came in to film some stuff. They're both super, super nice guys. They're awesome. They always bring a lot of energy, a lot of positivity and fun. And it's cool. I can't imagine traveling as much as they travel and just being able to throw down on workouts and workouts. Oh my gosh, Thomas, why were you up till 3 a.m.? You need some recovery sleep. Oh, Kim, I love that. Anders, hello. Erica, I love it. Wins money, buys exercise equipment. I feel that. 100% accurate. Oh, do you, Thomas? That's all. You know what's funny? I thought I heard them mention Salt Lake City or something. Utah's such a beautiful place. Eilish, welcome. Crew. Well, I mean, on the topic of the challenge, guys, I just want you guys to all know I'm so proud of all of you and so thankful for everyone's involvement. I know that they could only pick so many people to win something, but I think it just meant so much to all of us that everyone was so involved and so encouraging. And to me, I mean, that's what it's all about. So just super thankful for you guys and everyone just being so encouraging and pushing everyone through and getting us to work out when we maybe didn't feel like it. So very, very thankful for the community and you guys. It wouldn't be what it is without you guys. Oh my gosh, Thomas. I don't know how you do that in workout. That's amazing. Aaron, I feel the same way. All right, gang. So are we ready to get into some yoga? Aw, thanks, Erica. That's so sweet. You guys make my days better. The eyelash. We're so excited that you're coming. It's going to be so much fun. That is going to be a blast. All right, guys. I'm already starting to sweat. Like I said, I don't know who usually does yoga with propane tanks, but like I said, I'm just trying to mimic a little hot yoga, you know? The question is going to be if you guys can hear me going through these poses. I'm going to try to not holler, but also, guys, so today there's an optional flow on Sugar One. So if you are interested in going through that flow as well, it's the same idea. It's all kind of the same. I'm just old school yoga background. I used to do yoga 7 days a week. So as sore as I am today, I'm like, hey, why don't we do this? Have an awesome day, Thomas. Stephen, good morning. I could see you running out of your meeting. Welcome. Aaron, have a great day. Kim. Stefan, welcome. We're about to get our yoga on. We were just cheesing about how thankful we were for this crew and this group and getting it done. All right, guys, are we ready to be a little zen? Me too, Diana. I'm so proud of all of you guys. Kim might be the only person in yoga to go, let's hear that hemi. Kim doesn't need these Zen yoga sounds. She needs the hemi sound in the background. Oh, that makes my heart smile, Kim. All right, guys. So like I said, check out Sugar Watt for the other version of the flow. And we're going to get this party started. Anders, Jake had talked about it for a long time. Like, hey, do you ever want to like throw in some yoga? And I am so sore from getting after it this week with everyone. And we had a flow today anyway. So I thought I would just freestyle a short little, it'll be really short, like 15-minute kind of full body stretch if you can even call it that. So we're just going to kind of integrate some. I mean, yoga is really challenging, I feel like, when you haven't done it for a long time or ever. So I picked some just easy stuff for us to get into. All stretches you guys have probably done. We're just going to mix it together, some of which we've done in M30 as well. Willie and Kim. I'm going to have to, YouTube hemi sounds for yoga for Kim and Willie. Oh, Stefan, for sure. The wall balls this week and everything. Oh my gosh. Heck yes. Bro, what are you doing up there, buddy? Little bear's hunting bugs. Willy whoop, there it is. We ready. Yoga whoop, there it is. All right, crew. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully nothing starts, crack-a-lacking. Kim and Willie, they have a special yoga session. Like I said, let me know if you guys can hear this too. I'm going to try to not holler, but holler. Got my heater, gang. Like I said, I made it some hot yoga. Wish I could have you guys closer, but that's okay. It's a work in progress here. Work in progress, guys. celebrating up top. Actually, I'm going barefoot, crew. You're gonna do yoga, you know. Might as well do it barefoot. Hi, buddy. Oh, all right, guys. Oh, wait. Here, no, we're not playing, honey. We're just doing yoga. Dog yoga. Can you go over there, Bear? Can you go sit over there? Go over there. Little bear yoga. Okay, buddy, you can't have you sit there the whole time because I know you're just going to be so happy. Okay. Okay. Come on. Over there. Oh, no. Then you're going to have to go in the house. All right. Got to put the dog in. Dog can't handle yoga. Come on, buddy. Ooh, it's toasty in here. Sorry about that, gang. Little bear, I figured she might struggle with that. Should be able to say anything. This is true. I know, Willie. It's just been sitting there. No yoga for you. She's like, I know. It would have been great if she could throw in some downward dog Eilish. All right, guys. Throw my watch on, so see how long we're yoga-ing for. Tai Chi. Okay, guys, so you'll find in the ground or your yoga mat if you happen to have a yoga mat. I like to put my big toes together in the back and then stretch your knees out wide. And then you're going to walk those fingertips towards the front of your mat. Feel a nice stretch in the lats. Let that head rest on the ground. And start taking some deep breaths in. Breathe into those shoulders, those hips. Then you're going to walk that left hand out over to the left, and then you're going to bring that right hand towards your left hand. So you should feel a nice stretch in that side body, and then press those hips back again. You can lean into that side body a little bit, into your right side. If your hands are in the left, taking some deep breaths in. Exhale. Take 3 big breaths there. You're going to walk those fingertips back to center. And same, you're going to walk the right fingers out to the right, the left fingers to meet the left. And when I say you're going to sit back in those hips, and then you should feel it on that left side body. And deep breath in, out. 2 more breaths in. And nice, slow, long exhales. Then you're going to walk those fingertips back to center. And now, guys, I'm going to take that right arm and I'm going to thread it under my left arm. And then I'm going to sit those hips back again and rest on the shoulder for a nice shoulder stretch. I pull my gaze towards my left. Feel that nice stretch in the shoulder. 3 deep breaths here. Nice, long, slow exhales. Breathing into wherever that tension is in your body. Inhale, unthread that right arm. We're gonna exhale, inhale, thread that left arm under that right arm. This time with my head facing the right, I'm gonna lean back into those hips, breathe into that shoulder. Still trying to reach that top arm out. 3 deep breaths here. And exhale. Now guys, we're gonna come into that tabletop position. You can tuck your toes behind you if you'd like to. And then you've seen us do these quite a few times. We're just going to be doing that cat-cow position. So, like I said, you can tuck your toes if you want to stretch out your feet a little bit here. You can do that for a minute. Face your fingertips towards you. You can rock back and forth for a second, stretching out those forearms, those toes. Woo. Nice stretch in the forearms. I'm going to flip my hands back around. And we've done cat-cows before. We're going to inhale, drop that belly to the ground, and chin the eyes to the sky. Exhale, press through those fingertips, through those shoulders. I want to round that back like a Halloween cat, and I want to push my hips forward. Exhale as long as I can. One long, really long exhale. Inhale, look up. Stretching that chin, dropping that belly to the ground and gaze to the sky. Exhale, pushing through those fingertips, through those shoulder blades. Pushing those hips forward. Exhale, eyes to the sky. Now we're going to come back to neutral, guys. Relax those toes. This is kind of a little more of a dynamic stretch, so if you have the mobility for this, you can try it. If not, so if you're on your knees like so, I like to tuck my toes for this. If I drop my left arm to the left bottom of my calf, I'm going to sweep that right arm around, and you're going to feel a nice stretch in that hip, in that right hip. So sweeping that right arm overhead like so. And then as I exhale, I'm going to sweep to the other side. You'll see my right arm, grab my right foot, and sweep that left arm overhead. You'll feel a nice stretch in this hip. Inhale, sweep to the other side. 2 breaths here. And then switch back to the right. This should be an awesome stretch in your hips. We'll do this 2 more times. And back to the left. And 1 more to the right. Now, guys, we're going to come back to that tabletop position, and we're going to press back into downward dog. I feel like at the angle you might see this a little bit better. So, I'm going to untuck my toes. And guys, I'm going to pedal out my feet here so I feel that on my calves. And I'm going to press my head through that window, sending my sit bones to the sky into that downward dog. So this is great for opening up those shoulders, guys. If you have any aches and pains there, or even in your lower body, like I said, feel free to pedal those feet out a little bit. And from this position, guys, you can widen those feet a little bit if you want to. I'm going to take my right arm, thread it through, and try to grab my left leg, peeking underneath that armpit and looking to the sky. And if that's too much, you can just stay in that downward dog for a second. Inhale, back to that neutral downward dog. Again, pedal those feet out a little bit. I like my feet set a little wider so it's a little easier mobility-wise for me to catch that foot. Now I'm going to take that left arm to that right leg. And again, feet underneath that bar pit to the sky. And back to neutral. I'm going to pedal out those feet. I'm going to take that right leg high to the sky and try to hang that foot over. And just kind of stretch those hips out a little bit. And back to neutral and down. And same in that down dog. I'm going to raise that left foot. Bend that foot, open that hip a little bit. Just trying to get a little fluid in those joints, those hips. Pedal out that down dog. And now, guys, we're going to move into pigeon. So I'm going to take that right foot to the sky. And I'm going to drive that right knee through and rest it on the ground. And I'm going to slowly sink in to that pigeon pose. And based on your mobility here, guys, this is just easier to see sideways. So I have very, very, very tight hips. So for me, pigeon, this is the end of the road. If you have very, very mobile hips, the goal is going to be to bring this foot out more perpendicular to that leg, if that makes sense. I do not have that hip mobility. So my pigeon lives right here as I come down to rest on it. But the more mobile you are in your hips, the more you can bring this foot out like so. So if you have that mobility, don't feel like you have to stay in the beginner pigeon. That's where my hip mobility lives right now. So now if you're able, we're going to take a couple breaths in, and we're going to sink into this pose for a really nice hip opener. So you can come down to your elbows here if you're able. And I usually like to just place one hand on top of the other. If you rest your forehead on your hands, that spot right between your eyes, it's a nice relaxing pressure point there as well. And we're just going to take 10 deep breaths here. And a lot of times when people say deep breath, they focus on a very long inhale. I want you guys to focus on a very long exhale. So deep breath in and then really extend that exhale for 10 breaths. You can also stretch those hands out in front too if that's more comfortable. You have lots of options here. So after your 10 breaths here, guys, just slowly walk myself back up, and now I'm going to press through my fingertips again and my shoulders, raise those hips back to plank position, and then I'm going to press through my fingertips back to that downward dog. We're just going to pedal that out for a minute. Get that blood flowing. Hopefully you felt that nice stretch in your hips and your glutes. Then you're going to see me raise my left foot to the sky and drive that knee through and sink back in to pigeon on this side. And again, guys, if you have more mobility, the more mobility you have in this, the more you'll be able to bring that foot forward. So some people, if you have this, fabulous hip mobility, you can have that front leg perpendicular to that back leg. So now I'm going to slowly sink into this pigeon pose again. First I'll come to my elbows. I like to utilize that pressure point in that forehead, so you'll see me stack one hand on top of the other. And rest my forehead gently there. If you want just an extra shoulder stretch today, feel free to walk those hands out. 10 breaths here, guys. Inhale. Nice, easy exhale. You just want to take those deep breaths into anything that's sore, any aches or pains. Just think about taking those nice deep breaths into those spots. And after 10 breaths here, we're going to slowly walk ourselves back up again to that plank position. And I'm going to press through my fingertips, through my shoulders. Tuck those toes back under, and I'm going to walk out that downward dog. Remember, try to push that head through the window, guys, really opening up that spine. Place we don't see sometimes. Now, guys, I'm going to slowly start walking my feet towards my hands on my tiptoes. And I'm going to be in this forward fold position. So my knees are bent here. And I'm going to grab opposite elbows. And this should be a really, really nice low back release. So I have a slight bend in my knees just based on my mobility level. And then I'm grabbing opposite elbows. And I'm going to just gently sway back and forth. Nice hamstring, low back release. Let that head hang, guys. Let that upper body hang. Release all tension in that upper back and shoulders. And you can just gently sway here if you want, or you can stay still. Just really want you to think about releasing that upper back and those hamstrings. We'll take a couple deep breaths in here, guys. Now I want you to release those elbows, guys. Drop those hands by your side. I want you to think about coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Sweep those hands back and up. And gentle lean back. Then I'm going to bring my hands back down to my feet. And I'm going to find the seated position. So from here, guys, just want you to grab your knees for a second and just do a couple gentle rolls forwards and backwards. No need for any front flips, just some gentle rocking. Should feel nice on that low back. And then we're going to come back down into a bridge pose, which I know you guys are familiar with. I think it's a little better from this angle. So the idea here, guys, a lot of times we do bridges for glute strength and posterior work. Today we're going to work on relaxing our shoulders and stretching our shoulders here. So I'm going to raise my hips to the sky, and you're going to see me slowly shimmy my shoulders underneath my body and try to clasp my fingers. If that's too much, that's okay. You can just try to shimmy those shoulder blades a little bit underneath your shoulder. We just kind of want to massage those shoulders a little bit, and if you can, clasp those hands. It should be a nice shoulder stretch while giving us a little posterior strengthening. Take a couple deep breaths in here. Nice, guys. This should be a nice stretch, elongating that upper back and that neck. Then you're going to release the hands, unshimmy the shoulders, and drop those hips back to the ground. Now, guys, we're going to take that right foot and set it on top of that left knee. And I'm going to gently release that left foot so that I can drop my right knee to the ground. This should be a huge hip and side body opener. You can put those arms out wide if you want to. You can help that knee down a little bit if you want to. And if that's too much, guys, you can just keep that foot on that knee and grab that thigh and pull it towards your chest for a little stretch that way. So either variation there. We're going to take 3 deep breaths in there. I absolutely love this stretch to open hips. I feel like this is a good secret hip stretch. We're going to come back up to center and release that right foot. Then I'm going to bring that left foot on that right knee. And like I said, if dropping your knee down is too much, you can just simply grab that right thigh and pull that toward your chest for a nice stretch in that left leg. Or if you feel comfortable, release that right foot and drop that left knee to the ground for a stretch in your side body. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. And back to center, guys. We're going to now release those feet. And again, another one of my favorites, spinal twist. You're going to release those legs down. You're going to grab that right knee and pull it to your chest. Want you to move that hip socket around. Our hips should be nice and open by now. Now I'm going to take that right knee and I'm going to bring it over my left leg. I always shimmy my left hip over a little bit so I can get more of a stretch. Then you're going to extend that right arm out and look over that right arm. If you have super tight shoulders like me, that arm might not touch the ground. Maybe it will. This is just a great way to flush out everything in your body. This is great for digestion. And for our thoracic mobility and hips, this is a great one. If you're extra mobile, you can try to bend that left foot and grab it. I'm not back to that level of mobility yet, but you're more than welcome to do that too if you're very, very mobile or familiar with yoga. Now, guys, I'm going to bring my body back to neutral. One tight squeeze to the chest with that knee. I'm going to bring the other knee up to join it. We're going to do a little rock and roll. And on this next one, we're going to drop both feet back to the ground. I'm going to pull that left knee to my chest for a nice squeeze. Move around that hip socket a little bit. Now I'm going to grab that left knee. You'll see me shimmy my hip just a little bit. Get a little more mobility over there for me. And I'll bring that left knee over. You see how tight this shoulder is getting. This arm doesn't even come close to the ground. It's another good thing about yoga. It shows you what you need to work on. So I'm going to just bring my gaze over to that left arm. And take 3 deep breaths here. Really breathe into that tension wherever you're feeling it. Now we're going to bring that knee back to neutral, back to that flat position. One more squeeze that knee to the chest. I'm going to bring that other knee up for a few more rock and rolls. It's just fun to say, gang. Then we're going to come back to that flat position, guys. And what we're going to do here is I'm just going to bring my feet together. And I'm going to let those knees fall nice and wide. Then I'm going to bring my arms over my head and grab my elbows. And just let those elbows fall back and those knees fall wide. And we're going to take 3 to 4 breaths here. If those elbows don't touch the ground, it's okay. And sometimes just based on your level of mobility, guys, you can bring those heels closer to your body or further away, and that's just going to hit different parts of your hips and your low back. So you can kind of find that perfect spot for you or that spot that needs attention today. One more deep breath in. I'm going to bring those knees back together, release those elbows. I'm going to show you guys one other pose that I really like that opens up the shoulders, but it might be too aggressive if you have super tight shoulders or super strong shoulders. So underneath my body, what I'm essentially going to do is just interlace my hands like this, and I alternate between which hand's on top and which hand's on bottom, and we're going to lay back. But it can be aggressive, so be careful with this one, guys, if you have some super tight shoulders. So I'm just going to lay my arms underneath my body and gently. This is also a little bit of a heart opener, guys, because it opens your chest as well. But be careful if you have any shoulder issues here. It can be aggressive. So basically underneath me, this is what it looks like that. And then I started with this one, so now I'm going to do it like this and switch arms on top, and lean back, and you should feel a nice stretch in your shoulders. It's a pretty aggressive shoulder stretch. I feel it definitely in my one shoulder that's a lot tighter than the other one. A few more breaths here, guys. And I'm going to slowly release that. And now, guys, you're just going to do the final pose, which is everyone's favorite, Savasana, corpse pose, where you just get to relax. It just feels good to lay flat when you're sore as well. So I like to spread my feet a little wider, my hands out wide. And this is where you really, how I think about it, before I fall asleep. I always fall asleep in yoga. This pose is my favorite. But I want you guys to squeeze those shoulders, point your toes, squeeze your quadriceps, make fists with your hands, tense everything up, take a deep breath in, and relax. And let all the tension go. Taking a deep breath into your feet, your calves. Breathing into those hamstrings and quadriceps. Breathing into any tension in your hips or your low back. Into your abs and your fingertips. Breathing through any tension in your forearms and biceps and triceps. Breathing into that upper back and neck. One more deep breath in to find any tension anywhere in your body. And exhale, let it go. Then just taking 10 deep breaths in here to completely relax. Then when you're ready, start wiggling those fingers and those toes, bringing back the awareness to your body. Then you're just going to roll onto either your right or your left side. And you press yourself back up. Whew. Into your seated pose. And now you're yogis and stretched. Ta-da! Oh, great job, gang. Woo! I don't know about you guys, I feel relaxed. I feel stretched. Stefan, I feel like I should go to the spa now too. I mean, getting this YouTube yoga music I found is crushing it. Still need to get my nails did. Well, Alex, if we zoomed while doing yoga, there'd be way too much laughing. When you do it with your friends, and oh man, oh Diana, yay! Yeah, Willie. See, I have to not be too quiet in that pose for too long because I'll be sound asleep. It's hard for me to stay quiet. You guys are right. Ooh, Enya would be really good. I imagine that's not YouTube safe, but I would be all about some Enya, Stefan. Every time I used to walk into my dad's office as a kid, he always had that playing in his office. It cracked me up. That was so fun, guys. Stefan, I don't know. I don't think so. Bless me. Excuse me, gang. It's 19 degrees in your garage, Alex. That's what, there you go. M30, that's funny. Alex not ready for Velcro. That's funny. Non-stop narration, Alex. Well, see, the difference is when I'm in yoga, that they always make you hold the poses really long, and you guys know my attention span, so I worked really hard to hold those poses longer today so we could get a good stretch, guys. Oh, thank you guys. Salud. Eilish, I know I'm going to be singing Enya all day now. Alex, do you have Velcro slippers? That's funny. Stefan, I feel like your wrist and everything look good. It's just going to be a matter to the length of your rope on that, because the timing is going to change and your arms will go out wider to make sure that rope goes through. I'll check again just to see, but I thought it looked pretty great overall. Eric, I do. All the time. That's why I needed yoga today. Little recovery. Well, Alex, maybe you do need some slippers with some Velcro. Does that mean you're really young or really old? Or neither? Maybe it's just the trend. Well, crew, thank you for hanging on there through yoga. That was awesome. It was longer than I thought, guys. That was more of like a 30-ish minute yoga session. Imagine that. But it was good. I thought that was the perfect amount of stretching for today. Okay, Stefan, let me know how it goes. All right, crew. As always, super thankful for you guys. Thank you for this awesome active recovery day and our first yoga session together. Let me know if you like yoga and if you want to keep doing more yoga. We can get it done. Oh, Ben, you made it. Hello. We're just signing off, but welcome. 7:30, Alex. Ish. No, 7:30. It's supposed to be icy here in the morning, so we'll see if we really get iced over or not, or if the weather changes. Oh, yay, Ben. Congratulations. That's so exciting. Alex, I will, but I know we'll all have a hard time keeping that together. I know we'd be laughing. No, not that much of a differential, Alex. Ben, we're so happy for you. That's so awesome. Thank you, Diana. Well, crew, as always, super thankful for you guys. Hope everyone's having a wonderful week. And I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Have an awesome day.